It's that time again. The Nintendo eShop is packed with some amazing sales, and I've rounded up 10 awesome games you definitely shouldn't miss. We've got everything here: fast-paced action, clever indies, emotional adventures, and a few absolute hidden gems that deserve a spot on your Switch. Whether you're looking for something intense to sink hours into, or a cozy game to wind down with at night, there's something in this list for every kind of player. We're diving in headfirst into some of the best deals available on the eShop right now, so let's get started. Starting off strong with a Monsters Expedition, and this is an absolute gem. It's a cozy open world puzzle adventure where you play as curious little monsters, exploring islands and learning about the mysterious humans of the past. The gameplay is simple to pick up but super clever. You'll be chopping down trees and rolling logs to build bridges between islands. At first it feels bite-sized and approachable, but as you go on the puzzles evolve, becoming more complex and rewarding without ever feeling unfair. The presentation is spot on too. Clean visuals, relaxing music, and puzzles that are just about the right level of challenging. If you love smart puzzle games, this one's a must play. It will take about 12 hours to beat the main adventure, but if you're aiming for 100% completion, you're looking at 30 hours or more. Right now, a Monsters Expedition is 60% off, down to just £8.99, matching its lowest ever price. But don't wait too long, this sale ends on October 11th. And moving on from one cozy puzzler to one that is a little bit out there, but great nonetheless. Wingspan is a digital adaptation of the award-winning tabletop card game, and it's every bit as relaxing as it is strategic. Your goal is to build up natural habitats, attract different species of birds, and create chain reactions between their unique abilities. Each bird has its own beautifully illustrated card and real-life audio call, which adds this wonderful layer of authenticity. The visuals are crisp and serene, the music is calming, and the whole pace is slow and thoughtful, perfect for anyone who wants a meditative kind of strategy game. It's the kind of experience where you can sit back, sip some coffee, and just enjoy watching your little ecosystem flourish. It's addictive and surprisingly deep underneath the peaceful surface. At first, I did have some difficulty navigating the interface, but once you get the hang of it, it's smooth sailing. If you enjoy thoughtful strategy games that are nature-inspired, Wingspan is absolutely for you, and with 50% off at just £7.99 or your regional equivalent, now is the perfect time to build your bird sanctuary. This sale ends October 13th. From birds in the sky to creatures of the deep, let's dive into this next cozy adventure. Loddlegem is a heartwarming underwater exploration game where you play as an interstellar cleaner sent to restore life to a polluted alien ocean. As you explore, you'll clean up debris, recycle waste, and slowly bring colour and vitality back to the world. Along the way, you'll rescue adorable creatures called Loddles, tiny sea critters that you can nurture, evolve, and even decorate their habitats with. There's a real sense of progression as the world transforms around you, and even though the story touches on environmental themes, it does so with warmth and optimism rather than guilt. If you're a fan of Slime Rancher or Abzu, or any game that mixes cute creatures with relaxing exploration, Loddlegem is a must-play, and is currently 55% off, just £7.19 or your regional equivalent. And I really do recommend this, especially if you play with your little ones. This sale ends on October 20th in Europe and October 10th in North America and Canada. If cozy isn't your thing and you're after something a little darker, let's hit the road. Unfortunately, this next one is only on sale in the US and Canada, but it's such a great game I had to highlight it. Warden is a narrative-driven RPG that plays out like an interactive novel. You take on the role of a wandering road warden tasked with exploring a harsh, lonely frontier filled with danger, mystery, and moral dilemmas. It's heavy on reading, but that's where it shines. The writing is absolutely phenomenal. Every choice you make has weight, whether it's how you treat the locals, what you believe in, or how you survive. There are branching storylines, multiple endings, and a persistent sense of tension as you juggle your supplies, relationships, and health. Visually, it has a unique pixel art aesthetic that adds to the somber mood, while the music and ambient soundscapes make the world feel alive despite its isolation. Road Warden is an unforgettable experience, and it's the perfect time to grab it for $8.79 US, a small but appreciated 20% off. This sale runs until October 17th. From grim roads to snowy halls, let's head to school. Wintermoor Tactics Club is a tactical RPG with a delightful twist. You are part of a high school tabletop club that suddenly finds itself caught up in a massive snowball war. Think Fire Emblem meets a quirky high school slice of life story. You will manage your club, battle rival teams, and uncover a larger mystery beneath all the snow and humour. The tactical gameplay is simple enough for newcomers but still satisfying, with plenty of ways to experiment and customise your squad. What really elevates it is the writing. The characters are funny, heartfelt, and surprisingly relatable. Between battles, you'll get to know them through charming dialogue and personal side stories that make you genuinely care about the club's fate. It's colourful, approachable, and full of personality. If you're new to tactics games or just want something light and story-driven, Wintermoor Tactics Club is an easy recommendation at a 75% discount of £4.49 or your regional equivalent, and is on sale until October 22nd in Europe and October 23rd in the US and Canada. And now we are turning up the heat with something more action-packed. Nuclear Blaze is a unique 2D action platformer from the creator of Dead Cells, but instead of slashing monsters, you are fighting a very different kind of enemy: fire. You play as a firefighter dropped into a mysterious burning facility, and from the very first level, it's clear this isn't your average action game. The flames spread dynamically, reacting to your movements and choices. You have to carefully manage your limited water supply, refill when you can, and find creative ways to contain fires before they spiral out of control. The pixel art is gorgeous, with intense oranges and deep blues that make every inferno feel alive, and the soundtrack perfectly matches the tension. As you progress, the game introduces more complex hazards and rescue missions that keep things fresh without ever overstaying its welcome in its 2 to 3 hour game length. There's even a kid mode which tones down the danger and lets younger players enjoy the game. If you're looking for something short, sharp, and packed with personality, Nuclear Blaze absolutely delivers. At a massive 70% off, just £2.69 or your regional equivalent, now is the perfect time to douse some digital flames. This sale ends on October 14th in Europe and the 15th in the US and Canada. Moving on from putting out fires to guarding the gates. This next one is all about tough choices. Lil Guardsman takes the moral decision making and gives it a fun, fancy twist. You play as Lil, a 12-year-old schoolgirl suddenly put in charge of guarding the kingdom's gates while her dad takes the day off. Each day, all sorts of characters come knocking: knights, wizards, thieves, and aliens, and it's up to you to question them, inspect their stories, and decide who to let in or who to turn away. You've got a range of tools to help, and the game constantly surprises you with how your decisions ripple through the story. The writing is sharp and hilarious, filled with clever world building and witty banter. With its charm and replayability, it strikes the perfect balance between accessibility and depth. Lil Guardsman is a must-try, and is currently 60% off at just £7.19 or your regional equivalent, and is on sale until October 22nd in Europe and 23rd in the US and Canada. Now let's hop on a train, but don't get too comfortable. The Final Station is a side-scrolling survival game that blends action, exploration, and management in a haunting post-apocalyptic world. You play as a train conductor trying to keep your locomotive running while navigating through stations overrun with infected enemies. Each stop is a tense mix of scavenging and survival. You'll search abandoned buildings for food, ammo, and passengers whilst constantly watching your limited supplies. Back on the train, you'll need to manage your fuel and care for survivors, keeping them alive as the world outside collapses. The atmosphere is fantastic: moody pixel art, eerie silence punctuated by rhythmic sound of the train, and just enough story breadcrumbs to keep you guessing about what really happened. It's grim but gripping. The final station is a standout, and an easy recommendation is 75% off, a measly £3.37 or your regional equivalent. For well over 5 hours of gameplay, it's a buck. This sale ends on October 22nd in Europe and the 23rd in the US and Canada. Lightening things up with a splash of colour and style. Arco is one of those games that immediately grabs your attention with its look. It's a stylish, tactical turn-based RPG inspired by spaghetti westerns and classic fantasy adventures, but with a modern twist. The game weaves together multiple storylines told from different perspectives, all connected by a world full of gunslingers, swordsmen, and mysterious magic. The combat blends real-time reactions with tactical decision-making. It's all about rhythm, positioning, and timing your moves perfectly. Every environment bursts with colour and personality, from dusty deserts to lush jungles and eerie ruins. The pixel art is top tier, and the soundtrack channels that cinematic western energy with flair. The characters are distinct, the world feels alive, and the game never wastes a moment of your time. Arco is undeniably a hidden gem, and with a 30% discount bringing it to £11.19 or your regional equivalent is an absolute must-buy. This sale ends on November 1st in Europe and October 21st in the US and Canada. From gunslinging to something much cuter, let's shrink right down for this next one. The Spirit and the Mouse is one of those cosy, feel-good adventures that's impossible not to smile through. You play as Lila, a kind little mouse who becomes imbued with electricity after meeting a mischievous spirit. Together, you set out to help the residents of a small French village by fixing their problems, one spark at a time. The gameplay is simple but satisfying. You'll scurry through alleyways, climb rooftops, solve light puzzles, and connect electrical circuits to bring light and happiness back to the town. Every task you complete reveals more about the villagers and their charming little stories. The art direction is adorable, and the soundtrack adds a soft emotional touch that perfectly complements the wholesome tone. It's a short experience of about 5 hours, but is packed with genuine charm. The Spirit and the Mouse is currently 60% off, costing you £6.70 or your regional equivalent, but act fast as this sale ends on October 7th. And for the final game of this week's list, we're staying in the cozy genre, but adding a creepy mood and a dark, hilarious twist. Graveyard Keeper is what happens when someone takes the Stardew Valley formula and then says, but what if we made it about running a medieval graveyard? And the result is brilliant. You play as an ordinary person who wakes up in a strange, old-timey village after dying in an accident, and you're somehow put in charge of the local cemetery. From there, it's a mix of management, crafting, and absurd humour. You'll tend your graveyard, repair tombstones, and bury bodies, sometimes only after experimenting on them. You harvest resources, brew potions, run a church, make wine, and even manage your own little dungeon. It's darkly comedic, full of weird characters and bizarre quests that poke fun at morality, religion, and capitalism. But beneath the humour, it's surprisingly deep. You'll constantly be balancing your time, energy, and resources, choosing whether to upgrade the church, build better tools, or sell questionable products to make a quick buck. The systems interlock in clever ways. It's easy to get sucked into optimising your operations, one shovel swing at a time. The art is pixel perfect with nostalgic top-down Stardew style, but the tone is totally different, more sarcastic, macabre, and tongue-in-cheek. Graveyard Keeper is an absolute gem, and is at a massive 75% discount, costing you just £4.49 or your regional equivalent, and is on sale until the 22nd of October in Europe and the 23rd of October in the US and Canada. And that's this week's Nintendo eShop sales roundup. 10 or so standout games on sale right now. There's heartfelt storytelling, dark humour, and emotional journeys, and even some firefighting. and honestly, no bad picks. If any of these caught your eye, check out the eShop soon, as some of these sales won't last long. And if you've grabbed one of these, or have a favourite I missed out, let me know in the comments down below. I love hearing about what everyone's playing. And if you enjoyed this roundup, give the video a like and subscribe for more eShop sales, game reviews and game spotlights. And with that said, thanks for watching, stay cozy, I'll see you around.